In order to make Caterpillar equipment more available and reliable, Maqsa presents our Component Reconstruction Center, CRC, where the use of the manufacturer's manuals and procedures, attention by specialized personnel, and tools with the highest technology and precision ensure the quality required to help our customers be more productive and profitable. The major components on your Caterpillar equipment are susceptible to reconstruction, which prolong their service life and increase their productivity, making them unique in the market. In CRC, the components are delivered to the reception area for planning their reconstruction process, and then will be sent to the washing bay before entering the process. Before entering the CRC shop, the components are pre-washed with a solution containing equal amounts of water and a special degreasing agent, and are cleaned at a temperature which will not damage them or cause rusting. The component is inspected for the cleanliness needed to enter the dismantling area, registering it on our computerized system along with all the details on the work and analysis made. The dismantling of the components is carried out initially in the dismantling area, where the manufacturer's procedures are used to evaluate the condition and reusability of each one of the pieces included in the component. The dismantled pieces are classified and identified for their safekeeping until they are assembled later. Pieces that may be reused are stored temporarily, awaiting original new spare parts after inspection and rework of the rest of the pieces according to the planning area's work plan. All the dismantled component pieces are washed by our pressure wash equipment that is totally flexible to allow us to wash even 3516 motor blocks without any problem, using environmental solvents at controlled temperatures. Once the pieces are dry, the Caterpillar VCI Oil Anti-Rust Protector is applied to coat them. The pieces pass through the polishing area, where the use of sandblast tools and shot blasting allow the safe removal of paint residue, leaving the pieces ready for inspection. Here, each screw is inspected to verify that it is free of rust, deformities, or cracks that could damage the equipment. To determine their reusability, the pieces are analyzed to detect cracks using MagnaFlux, a high-tech equipment that uses the proper amperage and amount of MagnaGlow liquid so as not to damage the piece. Then, ultraviolet light and magnetism are applied to find any cracks in gears, crankshafts, camshafts, etc. The powertrain pieces are inspected under the Caterpillar procedures and standard guidelines to determine their reusability on a certified granite table and using a calibrator to measure and detect any curvatures or irregularities. Only Caterpillar tools are used for inspections to ensure an adequate inspection without risk to the piece. In our torque converter bay, the pair converters are assembled using special tools to install bushings and retainers and workbenches with resistant surfaces that are adaptable to several kinds of converters to prevent any damage during their reconstruction. Pieces from the differential are assembled on a special base anchored to a turntable to facilitate maneuvers during the assembly procedure and using precision tools to make the necessary adjustments to the differential under a strict calibration control that enables us to take measurements that are 100% correct. The CRC Final Control Assembly Bay has a unique anchoring center that allows us to secure the pin and turn it easily and safely to make the proper adjustments and torques to preload the bearings at the proper tension. The seals are installed using the duocone tool and following the correct procedures with no contamination and applying the proper lubrication. With the help of a special freezer, the temperature of the pieces is lowered to -60 degrees centigrade to achieve the contraction which allows installation without damaging the component. To reconstruct the brakes, our automatic heaters for induction bearings help expand the piece to be able to install it without damaging it and to maintain it at the proper factory temperature. The infrared thermometers allow us to validate the temperature of the bearings with absolute certainty and security. The reconstructed brakes are tested under a specific pressure to certify zero leaks in its assembly. The CRC transmission assembly bay is equipped with special tables and benches for the assembly of the transmission planetary and its later mounting on the transmission casing. Our magnetic induction heaters warm the bearings, which facilitate its installation, and our modern freezer reduces the temperature of the pieces to be able to install them without damage. After assembly, all the clutches are tested for air pressure to verify their activation before passing the transmission to the testing bench. During the transmission planetary assembly process and final control, all the pieces are lubricated with oil in compliance with the ISO 1613 rule, guaranteeing that the first movement of the planetary pieces will not be dry and to prevent any damage. In the reconstruction of engines, all the harnesses and sensors that do not need replacing with new ones by the customer are evaluated by the Electric System Reconstruction Area to determine their reusability and to make recommendations based on their condition. The coupling and pipes from the air intake and vents of the engine are installed by our skilled personnel in reconstructing induction and exhaust systems by using the proper chemicals that guarantee its sealing during the assembly. In the housing reconstruction area, the technicians evaluate any crack or fissure that would determine its reuse or repair. To reconstruct the heads, the component is washed and then passed through the MagnaFlux area to detect any fissures, and later put on special supports for their handling and reconstruction. In the cylinder pack reconstruction area, our technicians disassemble and assemble the connecting rods, pistons, and linings to clean them, evaluate, and correctly assemble them, always using the proper tools and special storage carts to control contamination. To reconstruct the coolers and carter, we check all the engine carters to verify that they are in good condition with no fissures or dents that cause damage to the equipment. To reconstruct the camshafts and crankshafts, after inspecting the components in MagnaFlux, they are verified on a special table to allow their correct evaluation, measurement, and polishing. These components are treated through vertical storage, which prevents damage due to their weight. In CRC, we have 3 bays where the engines are assembled. Our turntables allow us to safely handle any kind of engine, being adaptable in volume to any size, and allow the technicians to turn the engine easily. Once the component is assembled, it is taken to the testing preparation area, where it is connected to the test lines. The oils and lubricants used on the tests are regulated according to the ISO 1613 rule and are certified by Caterpillar Contamination Control. The transmissions, converters, and hydraulic pumps are properly tested on the test bench for powertrains up to a capacity of 150 horsepower and at the proper pressures and specifications to verify that their operating parameters meet factory standards and to certify their reconstruction. Our tailored dynamometer, equipped with a modern computerized system, allows us to test engines at a force of up to 2,000 horsepower, taking it up to a maximum test level, monitoring and registering its function reliably, issuing a report on the condition of the reconstructed engine to verify that it reaches the power, temperature, pressure, torque, and speed appropriate for the engine model. The test bench and dynamometer are located at a surface that meets safety standards and has cooling towers and a test cabin for noise and emissions. To assure the quality of the dynamometer and the test bench for powertrain testing, CRC performs the certification process under the International ISO 9001-2000 rule, which, through the standardization of operations, allows us to improve our quality, delivery times, and costs. All the pumps and valves are inspected and tested in our pump laboratory to determine and certify their reusability on the component. After testing, the components that have been reworked and validated by CRC's skilled technicians are properly protected and prepared to be sent to the paint booth. When the component is ready to be repainted, it is sent to the dispatch area to plan its plastic wrap and delivery under strict storage and transport conditions. An extensive report regarding the rework done is given to the customer, along with their component that has been reconstructed and guaranteed. In addition, in our failure analysis laboratory, we make detailed analysis of the pieces involved in a failure to determine the root cause. Our measurement, magnifying, and diagnostic instruments help to define the origin of the failure, providing valuable information to our customers to identify areas of opportunity related to maintenance, operations, and equipment applications. Also, our oil dialysis lab system through automatic pumping offers a monitoring analysis by counting particles, rendering a specification of the cleansing of fluids required by Caterpillar to guarantee the maximum performance and service life for the components and equipment through which the oils circulate. The area specialized in reconstructing cylinders makes a meticulous inspection of the parts to define their reusability, assembling and testing the cylinder, making audits of the product to ensure that the reconstruction is carried out according to Caterpillar's quality guidelines. Because our customers require it, in the Caterpillar Certified Reconstruction, CCR, and Reconstruction of Powertrain, CPT, we give new life to their used Caterpillar equipment. Here, machines are completely or partially reconstructed as required by the equipment and the customer. We offer to reincorporate used equipment into their projects through analysis and inspections to define which parts can be reused. The evaluation is carried out at a technical analysis level 1 and level 2, and samples of oil are taken to present a report of possible repairs needed. We can rebuild Caterpillar equipment as old as 15 years, giving them a new service life that provides productivity and profitability for our customers' projects, with guarantees and very interest-yielding investment costs. In CRC, rework is carried out in a controlled environment under the strictest measures and certifications of the market. We work according to Caterpillar's exclusive certification for mining distributors that is focused on reconstruction standards that control the critical points of quality and consistency in the operating processes to satisfy our customers. Contamination control is an initiative directed toward providing a higher value to prevent failures due to contamination of the components during their reconstruction. The CRC technicians are specialists trained in a program that consists of 4 academic levels, during which they acquire knowledge and skills in the repair of components under the Caterpillar specifications and standards. Also, our personnel are continually trained through a special program which enables them to make timely decisions that help them succeed in their labor environment as well as personally. Continuous improvement is part of the CRC work culture and is carried out in order to generate activities that give value to our customers. To achieve this, processes are well defined and documented. And through bulletin boards, these improvements are communicated, implemented, and measured to ensure their success. In CRC, we have key metrics that are aligned with the Maqsa strategic initiatives using the Caterpillar Production System CPS methodology, where the operation is evaluated for its impact in the safety of our people and the speed of the operation, and backed by a flexible cost structure. Maqsa is very aware of our clients' need to be productive. Every hour of machine availability improves the productivity for our client. To help our clients and their machines to be successful, Maqsa has promised to put all of their resources and technical ability in the production of world-class component rebuilds at attractive prices and in the time promised to the client. The CRC is complying with all the certification regulations and processes outlined by Caterpillar Global Mining in order to produce a component assured of 100% quality of the rebuild before the component is delivered back to the client. We want our clients to be successful, and we want to share in their success.